It's not too bad on defense. You don't necessarily need the Cypher. Like, you got hard shut down with like these 3 agents, like even the nade as well. It's pretty decent. Like they're all kind of okay at actually just stopping hits.
We can't keep looking at those games.
It's not like you need to decipher it. You just lack a little bit of info. Oh boy. Space on defense. NAVI and attack 4-person push down middle.
To start it, and mates, not just one player. They've seen Whalers, but now the tank's here too, and plenty more to back them up. The tank falls, but so did the entirety of Gentlemates. Fall back, that is, towards heaven, towards the ropes where Whalers
Pistols,
is taking a
2-2.
jump spot, but he spotted the
Been 1-1 every single map so far.
In the meantime, after seeing a few players on mid, TACAS has decided
Yeah, I
to
like
walk
this
about
a lot,
himself.
man. He takes so much map control. Normally you don't have to go aggro when you're 4v3 up, but when you get so much info like this, play is just a massive reward. They have trip camera, so if they do go over towards
heaven, the timing here.
Well, what is the timing like?
For Sugetsu. There's no way he can suspect TACAS to already be there, but in the meantime, Whalers has fallen. The problem is they're diving into the B site.
Maybe not on
without
site,
the knowledge. There's no way for them to have it, but there's 2 players back site, and now Angel spotted at least one. Here comes the paranoia. He's in a lot of trouble with the fight up to heaven, slowing down any trade potential for Artis. And now he has all the pressure to plant that spike himself. Flash, but the smoke covers in the player, so Kadavra will not be punished, and the rotation of TACAS is just now coming through right behind
man,
you.
TACAS good here, real good. Artis was expecting him to go the other way around the map.
Come back many a time. Think back to the
Mags
way they
with the Prime. Thank you so much for the 8 months, man. Appreciate that.
Defeated them earlier in the bracket, only to come through and 3-0 in that final. This team is built under pressure, and while that first round going their way could be the first nail in the coffin of NAVI, that's the thing. When we do talk about this map, or at least as successes,
3-2 for the
side
Pistols.
of NAVI is where they thrive. This is their better half. There's never been an argument of that. The thing is that
3 Sheriffs again, so this Outlaw, if they keep it into the next round, might actually be the one.
On this attack side, when they were there, they were unstoppable.
Back in Razorts.
So getting off to a strong defense.
This is right for NAVI though, right? They lose B main control, but they insta-take mid. They're here first 20 seconds. Ayers might not expect it. They also all have util in their hand.
He's now gone up top. Reveal, stun, but no follow-up on it. The pressure being applied from stairs slows them down. They split the retention and Xiao. Artis, everyone
the Observer annihilated this round. This is sick.
And he thought
yeah, a lot of duels at the same time. I got to see pretty much all of them.
On him 2-0 now for mates in a clean second round.
Yeah, only the one player dropped. You're still going to have the majority of all weaponry brought through into this next round. It might mean that maybe Bayaz just goes for a pistol or something here, but ultimately, on this map in particular, you can definitely get away with it. And also, he's going to be playing a lot of the more supportive roles anyway, setting up stuns.
Because 3 people know light, 3 people know heavy armor, unless they take a hit on some of their guns. No, they don't. There's the 1, 2, 3.
This will be where NAVI get their
Outlaw.
purchase, though. This is where you hope, if you're a NAVI fan, they get themselves onto the board.
2 rounds in a row where they're taking over towards B main control.
A lot of space.
At one point you can see NAVI have to try and use some more util to take this, like early stun.
Have a choice. The rotation on this defensive side sees Bayaz move towards B, now up in heaven. 2 players on B.
Oh boy, who's got the light armors? Omen.
Try and keep that control. He might even have a battle.
Yatsu. Okay, does Raze peak this fast? Because Raze is the only person with heavy armor.
Indeed, going down. Kadavra off screen drops Angel, but we're in-house with TACAS, who has an opportunity coming his way, but the shot goes straight through the legs.
Lucky that was a miss.
So NAVI still have a chance. The man disadvantage not extended.
A reload on this. That's the heavy armor.
That's where he meant that to go, though.
Oh my god, it takes so long.
Timings, everything.
In a tank, bro. Yeah, waiting for their smoke to go, pushes down, had all of them go over towards side. Lovely Omen flash to enable this so we could run a little bit faster.
Too late. Sugetsu, 1 versus 3. TP across as well gives Kara another angle for them to play from. He needs an individual kill and he's found it. That's the first kill under his belt. In fact, the second might just go his way as well, looking for a little more. But Bayaz, the backbone of the team, is there to keep them in that round and keep them in the lead.
Only barely. 3-0 though, locked in for the mate side. And this, yeah, here's the battle. It was Kadavra just holding the angle. Angel goes in to clear it, maybe to put a Prowler, cause some problems. They
Yeah,
lose that
and it
one
was just
man
a
on
nice
the other side of the
setup
map,
from
but
Gentlemate as
the
well.
amount of space
I think we
that
had a
Takash
re-clear
was
over
able to
towards B, right?
occupy
That's
is
where the first
ridiculous.
original kill
Moving
came
back
from.
and forth, even
And
peeking
then
while
with
reloading
that,
at times, but
what
they
happened
couldn't
is
take this
Navi
man
see
down.
one guy
He was a
close, and they think
phantom,
it's just
an
one person
enigma.
holding. So they have
Now,
no idea
the
this guy's over
3-0
towards
scoreline
heaven, and it's going
on
to
the
take
back
a
of his
timing behind
prowess
them here.
on the Tank's
As soon
early
as you see
start,
one person set up
Kadabra looking
towards
like his
A,
usual self.
majority of the time, it is
Seems like
literally just
everything's
one
firing
person.
for the mate side, while Navi. Okay, well they've got at least one gun trained in.
I was going to say, that's a heavy investment for Artis. He's down to 650 credits, so they really are putting a bit more into this round that you might expect. But that opening kill could and has garnered an extra weapon. You expect there to be a re-aggression, a replay, and well, already evening things back up.
That was nice from Gentlemates on this.
Xiao is just slowly increasing the power of the weaponry that he has. And now it leaves the defense incredibly split.
The attackers are in a similar boat. I mean, look at where Sagetsu is. Over on the A site while noise is being
Good from
made on B.
Gentlemates. They've been very proactive.
Two players
in
up in
rounds.
heaven, at least that's what they're trying to convey to Gentlemates. Navi, though, have no intention of moving towards the B site.
Okay, final call is to go over
The rifle's fully retrieved. Phantom for Angel.
towards B.
Guardian for
30
Xiao
seconds
still.
left.
Camera has
That's
not
a
been
lot for
broken.
this
This
squad
camera
to
the
play
whole
around.
time
I think why they went for that
getting
heaven
and
control.
can get information with
Pump
blinds are.
faked it. To make it look like it's B, slow it down, go back the other direction. Viper
they're
wall's
gonna be
going
heard.
up as
Yeah,
well.
he's heard
and
him
then
over
they
towards
make their
B main
move.
here. They have
But
no
yeah,
idea about B
Kadabra has
heaven.
heard them. He's got the information. And if he can find a kill or two on the cross,
Lovely
it could be
tether,
everything.
though.
But no, the spike will safely make it to the site. They have lost their heaven control.
Oh, aftershock. It's going to be
Ooh.
awkward.
Tanked him once.
Xiao does get tanked up, and now both players stuck in the corner. They're going to use the smoke to get themselves out of there. Beaz, though, has done so much damage in this round already, and now has Wailers to support him. Xiao yet to get on the board in the fragging department. Angel has a couple already. But already that smoke is going to dissipate. They're going to reapply, put the doubt in the mind of their opponents as they do
Hit
look to wrap
both.
around. The steps have been heard. Angel watching Xiao's first kill. Needs to be the trade.
Oh my
As
goodness,
Beaz
this got close.
to
Beaz
getting
did an
ace.
insane job on
Close
that.
doesn't win you anything.
Okay, I
Is the
mean,
round
nicely
going
done.
the way of Na'Vi?
Still think that Gentlemates handled this really well.
That's
In the
another one of
4v5,
those
proactive
where I
over
think for
towards
Navi,
middle, and
they
then
show us their
3v3,
patience.
proactive over
They
towards B main.
slow down the play. Initial aggression perfect for Artis, and I love that investment, especially on your breach, spending that cash. Next round, he takes a pistol, but he's not going to be first.
Yeah,
and
if he went
second
for the
or even
breach
third
damage
man in a lot
first
of the
there,
time.
maybe.
So someone falls, you pick up the weapon, you keep on going. Just invest in the utility, play the support.
I will fight.
As a result of that round,
Hey, we
Viper's
got
pin
one
is online
person
for
on each
Sagetsu.
team who can buy
He
next.
died up in heaven,
So
he got that orb. Rolling
we're going to be
thunder
seeing like a
and
3-3
showstopper.
or a
These
5-1.
last map
And
ultimates were
Navi
here
go
and there.
fast, and the
There's not
tank
many
has ult,
massive
Beaz
ultis.
has ult.
This one though, there's going to be a lot.
If they get over
a lot
towards
of
site, Sagetsu
punches
has
to be
ult.
packed.
I will say, Takas's 4K eco with a Blade Storm might disagree
Billy.
with you a little bit.
True. I'm
Billy,
just
thank
saying,
you so much for that, man.
players,
Appreciate
I
the
know, everyone has good
appreciate the
ults.
9 months.
Our Cypher.
Thank you so much for the support, man.
Timing is going to be everything. The tank showstopper might be able to catch
Oh,
some trap.
with the
And in
stun,
fact, there's
that's
a
so
stun.
sick.
It is going to be a trade kill, but
Yeah, that was
even
really,
still,
really cool.
That's a huge start. Good supportive util to make sure they couldn't get out of there. And now there needs to be a response. And you can see Artis is the one hunting for it.
Yeah, and this
the
is pretty
man
much off the
closest to
play,
the
off the
spike.
trip, but I guess they heard something, so he just went for it
So
before
Getsu's
they
gonna
even
try
had time to do this.
Take some space
That was really nice.
up above. He knows where the cam's going to be because
Donald the
exactly
savior,
where
thank
he
you
would
very
probably
much,
put
mate.
it.
Thank you for doing that, bro. I appreciate the
Although
prime.
Navi once again
Welcome into the Slug Club.
taking their time, slowly making their way back to the A side. But after all the kerfuffle in the vent, there's still a trip.
It's a
30 seconds
re-clear,
left.
but it's like, damn, that's why they left it there, the trip. We've got
There's
this
the
guy
signals.
back at site. He has a breach with
Beacons have
full
been lit.
util
Mates
and an
know
ult
that
to
the
help
push is
him.
coming in on A in the rotation.
Yeah, here's the
Someone
ult. As
cautiously
soon as he
comes
hears
in.
someone hit the
Rolling
floor.
Thunder is there, so they've got a lot to back them up. Smoked out. It's going to be Kata walking straight through it, looking for fights.
Dude,
but
look at the
Wailers has
setups from
already
them at
cleaned
the
up.
moment. The breach is
The
looking
support
like the
came
best
in, but
agent in the
most
world.
certainly was not needed. And now, all that's left is for
They
Sagetsu to
also
save
had,
this. I don't
once
think he's
again,
going for the
so we
plant
talked
with
about this on
time now
Sunset,
out.
just such a good
Question
understanding
is,
of the
is he
impact
gonna
of
get
this
away with it?
round
Takash
and
is
just
on his
heavy
way.
use
He's
the
gonna
ults.
swing the angle. He spotted him, in fact, and now look, the rest of the squad picks up the pace, runs it down, and takes the weapon from his hands. 4-1 from Gentlemates, and this is a big blow to the Navi economy.
Yeah, I'll be honest. From the get-go in that round, it looked like mates were in control. The initial combination with the stun showstopper, perfect, even with the tank dying. Then they hold the Rolling Thunder all the way into the last 20 seconds. So it's just panic stations from the side of NAVI. And Whalers is very quick to capitalize. Drops the spike, makes sure the round's basically over, and then finishes off the remaining player as well. A great round from the side of M8s. And, well, the problems we were talking about from NAVI until they won that low buy round are right back with us again.
3-person walk, push over towards middle against an eco.
Almost gets tapped.
Not enjoy this one.
It's being watched. But the timing in the round is everything. There's a player on the left, seen for free, but he was spotted. The tank's quick to drop him. Great paranoia from Cadaver. There's one player up close though, catches him off guard. Shout as well to find a kill, equalizing the numbers.
Yori's here early.
In the process, Angel committing
Angel put a note into it. We're kind of all in.
Forced back by it. It buys a few seconds at most. Oh, the tank's already in.
Oh.
He's running it down. The blast packs get him through. Angel caught off guard, but still lands the shot. Cancel on the ult, but they know that Xiao is up close. The problem is getting him out of this position. Never mind, it looks easy, but Angel still to be dealt with. He's going for it, but it's Whalers on the other side.
Oh man, they had a chance. Angel had a big chance here. He did pretty well to get into this situation. He uses his ult as well. Didn't really like the whole ban from Gentlemates. But get away with it.
And they almost managed to win the round. The round that they do have on the board was an investment into, I think, 2 Guardians, and it was just a solid early kill from them. Again, it's just, wow.
Nice pathing though to insta-land on the box.
But Whalers has been the one to sort of step up, and NAVI, well, we've already seen this in the first map.
Whalers, by the way.
They turn the half, they turn the game.
Whalers.
This has got to be an impactful tactical pause.
Yeah, well, this is it, right, for NAVI. 5-1 down. Some promise in the last round. Great round, 2 ago, but at this point, if they lose it, economy on the line.
Yeah, at this point, they have to win this, and they got all their odds. Well,
you can't see them.
3 main odds at least.
That's where they stop beginning to stall, and they just fully free fall. For Mates, building up defensive rounds.
NAVI loses, do you think retain the roster? Big questionable. It's just like, dude,
to respond back, but
we gotta get.
We're not
Someone needs to do a deep dive into this, I'm telling you. It's actually mental. Our team can look so different after 4 weeks in a coach.
This feels much more like
getting kicked.
Exactly. Grabinho, he had the team.
You can expect some difference, but it should never be as drastic as this.
That's not what's happening for Mates. You know, those
Revenge of the
solutions are kind of
Beefsteak.
easy.
Thank you so much for that, man. Appreciate the super chat.
We start punishing him. It's all good. For Mates,
yeah, I agree.
Everyone's showing up.
I agree, Beefsteak.
On the bottom of the board.
It's a weird one. I'm telling you, it should be studied.
And even he's been
it should never
so
look this drastic.
In a lot of these rounds.
The big fall off.
Firmly in favor of NAVI.
It's still doable on this map, though. Don't get me wrong, but stuff like that can't be happening on the person that has an ult.
Takas with an immediate opener.
That's
hey,
devastating.
You want to use a showstopper? Well,
they're not going to put ults into it now, though, right?
Seconds of the round. NAVI are not stopping, though. They want to try and fight this. Push up versus that deadly duo. Well, they're called a deadly duo for a reason. The trades, though, do come in thick and fast. The advantage that Mates garnered
Omen ult over towards spawn was insta-cancelled. No one close to hear it. So right now they're going to think that this Omen ult was stuck over towards site. This is nice from Cadaver. He's trying to make them go back. Trying to make them feel like A is super stacked at the moment.
The Gentlemates players to get into position.
They're going back up to heaven. No flashes this time. That's what got them all the success last time, but they've isolated.
Oh, the bait in here could be pretty good because this guy would have been peeking. Should have been peeking.
I don't know if they saw Whalers. I think he might have been around the corner. Gives him an opportunity, and indeed, the surprise.
And now he just stays alive, and Cadaver can make a play. But again, they think Cadaver is like somewhere around here.
He had mid-control. He was waiting for them to go back towards B, so he could cut them off. Instead, he's going to be first man on scene. And Whalers is gone. He's out of here. He's converting back to go towards screens, but it's not going to make much of a difference with the pit down.
Yeah, it's a lot of space for them to play around.
Yeah, this gives him a lot of space, but they don't have the best guns to spam it, obviously.
Cadaver's already
going to
be able
spam
to
down the line.
The
Omen flash, you can see them earlier. No.
But he takes a risk, tries to do it on his own, and that risk hasn't paid off. It's on Whalers again. In these clutch scenarios, this guy has been fantastic.
This one's way too hard.
Try and take this risk. He can go for it. He's already going to find the one.
And he's going to step out so he gets some more HP, so he can go for it again.
Sugetsu, even playing outside of the pit at this point,
Four.
knowing his opponent will be low, just waiting on that
Three.
time and making sure that he can't be caught, just dancing around the edge. Doesn't need the kill and will even find it at the end.
So they win a round, but with only one person.
But even still,
That's
it's
the
a
issue.
desperately close one.
They made it a close
Oh,
round
it
at
is.
least.
It's down to the wire and comes off the back of the, I guess, the Viper's pit, locking them in that 2v2. But a couple of kills. This is
so
the
early.
disappointing part for me. Angel's running it down. Here we see what I think the correct reaction was. A pop flash coming in from your breach, from Artis, and then the swing. They knew there's players in heaven, and it feels like at moments you see some of these Navi players get so zoned in to taking their fight, to taking their duel, that the rest of the pieces of the puzzle aren't there to support them. Angel went down, but they traded it out.
This was the plan from the
Install,
last round.
clear over
We've got
towards B. In
ourselves a
reaction, they
showstopper.
scatter nade, doesn't hit the
Let's
trip
go
on
into the
sight.
site with it. Rolling Thunder as well.
He has a TP as well to check over towards here. That was kind of nice
half
though.
of the map with that dimensional drip, but I think at this stage it's pretty well telegraphed where NAVI are.
Artis,
Yeah, but the
Japan
thing
ult.
is, you said go into the
Looking
site
at the money
with
over
the
towards
showstopper,
here,
and
big
have,
round, they should be
but
using
it's
them.
still in their back
Yeah.
pocket, still available for Zipan to use as a counter.
Oh
Natank
my
on his way through.
goodness.
There's the rocket, but it doesn't
Natank.
land. The tank is at least dropped, and nobody
I thought
else
they were
made
going
it
to try
out
to
of
play
heaven
around
next to
getting
the
him a
utility
kill because he was
playing
one
well.
away from getting
Thunder
his ult.
committed here as well. A kill went the other way, so of course Navi start to panic. They throw in another ultimate that might just lock it down. Definitely
Yeah,
delays
the
some time,
Cypher
puts
would be
pressure
lovely
on
here.
players to get
Yeah,
in there,
it's
start
good
to
trade,
open
though.
this up, and Kata does damn well through a smoke, trading out his teammate Whalers. Problem is, at this point, time
Save.
and the positions of the players unknown. You don't know if they have post-plant
NAVI will take
utility
that.
with a Viper and a Breach still alive. They could easily push you off that spike when it comes down to the last few seconds, so they are out of here. Mates saving those weapons through to the next. Navi secure themselves a third.
Yeah, it came at the price of some ultimates, but I don't think NAVI are going to mind too much. An important one at that, and it puts a bit of a tough position.
Yeah, he messed up
now
his pathing
for
here a bit.
Gentlemates.
Did he get
They've
stunned
got
or
a
something
showstopper
early?
to play with, so let's not pretend like this round is signed, sealed, and delivered. Especially with the last showstopper being a beautiful set play for the side of Gentlemates. For NAVI, though, we said it. First map, they went 5-1 down. In case you weren't here for that, if you look at the top left of your screen, they won it 13-7. However, since then, since that second map, Gentlemates have looked like a different beast.
I've been doing this all the time. Lose B main control, fast take
There was
middle.
no stopping them. 5-3 though. Navi were in a rough position, now starting to recover, finding their footing. And like you said, Tom, yeah, there's weaknesses here, but the showstopper could be what turns it. The stun showstopper last time was absolutely perfect. This, you know, you talked about classic Navi, vintage. Angel used to be on an Omen, and he'd be in
It
vents.
used to be on any age.
That's true. But here on this map, we would
They
see it
overcommit
round
to
and
this
round
re-clear
again in this
middle.
position. This was his
Might
position.
just
If you
have a
played
lot of
against him, you
kills.
better
Do they
clear it every
check?
single time, but it's been a while
What a weird
since
round.
those days. They've
Oh
walked
man,
into
that's
him,
a free
but it's
gun.
Takas
Yeah,
checking
and they
the
should know
corner,
they're clearing over
thankfully.
towards middle
He
so they
wasn't
can
the
take
first
B
man,
main.
but he was the first to look.
The thing is, there's been
What a
moments
weird,
in this
weird
round
round.
for either side. One of them right now is Sugetsu.
30 seconds.
It
They
would
kind of
have
want
to
to
be a
wait for
stall out on
Sugetsu to
time.
play.
Almost hoping
Sugetsu
that they
here's
can
the guy
make
over
in
towards.
these fights, tag
Sugetsu here's the guys
connected.
behind him.
It's not the worst. And well, they might just try and hightail it back. It's a long rotation back towards this A side, and Sugetsu's going to have to try and delay them as much as humanly possible. They're going to go all the way up to the vent, and he's using that poison orb, but they're going to go straight through it. Look to try and fight him. He's won that first battle. Timing going to be everything.
Oh.
Bayers has just dropped
What
smoke.
the
He's
hell
taken
is
down
how's he done
everyone.
that?
Bayers has done it all on his own. Everything else doesn't
How's
even
he
matter
done
at this
that,
stage. There
bro?
just isn't enough time. What a round from
What?
the
Yeah,
leader of
what a rounds,
Gentlemates.
man.
He's had a couple of big performances.
Flash
but
to
that
get
one right
through
there,
the Viper.
decayed
Molly
by
gets the
orb,
trade and then
trades
just
his
wins
teammates,
double
still
1v1s.
decayed. He goes for another fight, and another fight, and another fight. Unbelievable.
He insta-shot his teammate because he's like, wait, what?
Just pure panic. This was a beautiful moment also. You hear the Cypher asking where they
Yeah, that's
are, and he
nice,
gets the
40
answer with a bullet
HP.
to the side of the head, but this
Oh
45
my.
down to 5. Oh, 6-3. Mates getting hyped up, breaking the 2-round streak of Navi and putting them in a pretty rough spot. Look at the pistols in play. There's a lot of them for that attacking side.
Yeah,
Shell,
and
though, has the
Navi have been
rifle.
waiting for this for a
The
while,
show
right?
is
They keep
just
taking over
beginning.
towards B
He's
main, so
found
they do
two.
a
Bayers
stun
wants another
into
big performance. He's being baited,
into
and
a
sure he
TP.
gets Shao. There's Zipan trading it out. Rifle recovered. Sight taken. Even
Yeah, punish them for taking B main the whole time instead of doing a reaction. They just
and what a resounding response this is from the attackers. Blink and you miss it. I think mates are saving.
Ooh, maybe not now.
Think about it.
Yeah,
they're
look, you can even
tempted.
see a few questions being asked. In terms of economy...
Oh, you take that. Now you can save.
You can even see that
That's a win.
Na'Vi are going to...
Here you go.
About this. Surely he's not still going for it at this stage of the round. Like, that bought enough time that, yeah, it would have had to be a serious
Yeah, at least
gamble.
they know
I can
that the hunt's
understand
not going to
why
fully go down with him
you'd
breaking
have
that.
the belief after some of the rounds they've been able to win. But again, applying logic to any of the rounds, I feel like we can almost just remove the sidebars, blank out what guns they have, and just guess who's going to win the round. Because going off who has the better purchase is the wrong call.
It means nothing. It means nothing. Not when you got one rifle, whether it's Artis in mid, picking off Takas, or this round, Xiao just waking up.
What's that? They've got 2 rounds that they've won, yeah, with
One rifle.
just basically one rifle.
Yeah.
Or no, I think it was 2, but they were Guardians last time. Then they had an almost win with just 1 rifle. That was where Angel had it.
Was it 2 Guardians? I thought it was just Artis and pistols. Either way, it's
I think they
impressive.
had 1 extra, but it just didn't really do anything.
Okay, yeah. Probably makes sense, actually. They had 4 guns coming out of it. But yeah, either way,
Oh,
Navi have
Razor
surprised
with the
us
backup
the rounds
judge.
that they're winning, that's for sure.
bit of pressure over towards mid or
Mates have
Hey,
always
that
been
clears it
able to
all.
fight right back.
He
No,
sticks
that's a full
this.
commitment and he wins!
Oh my god,
Like,
never
the tank
seen
was
anyone
stunned,
stick a
but
note here.
Man's using a judge.
Now, the tank was stunned, and then I was stunned. That was ridiculous. Xiao's at
Rolling
least
Thunder's
been
been used.
equalized on Takas. Oh, Bea's down as well. The numbers for
Oh,
mates
okay,
spinning
well.
out, and a swing into 2 stun doesn't matter.
Yeah, they were both. Again, the sheer value of the Rolling Thunder stun when both peaks there were up against 2 stun players, and they have done the classic thing of shooting their opponent in the face.
It's cosmetic, man. It's cosmetic.
Well,
You got to get used to it.
Xiao was just a
little bit.
lunatic,
Once
but it paid
Once
off.
your tolerance is up for those rolling thunders, you know, once you're used to what it does to your aim, you're fine.
Just need first bullet accuracy. If you've got that, you're sound.
And I'll say, I have noticed some of the players on that stage, maybe even a lot of the players on that stage, they tend to have okay first bullet accuracy.
They're all right. They're all right.
Stun does a bit more to me than it does to them. I'll tell you that.
6-5. Again, I think if this ends as a 6-6 half, Gentlemates have got to feel a little bit hard done by. They started this off absolutely flying. At 5-1, Na'Vi took a pause. And to be honest, if it wasn't for Beaz, they would have won every single round since.
Yeah.
It's only been that hero play from their IGL that turned the round.
Dude, he went for the
didn't have a
jump,
judge,
man.
I think I would have been a little bit more forgiving. But when you're stunned
if he
up
doesn't,
and you
if
have
he
a
doesn't
judge,
jump
I
there, he
still
gets a
kind of
one shot.
expect you to get the kill. And yeah, you're just looking at stunned players on stunned players.
C'est bon. La vie de moi,
C'est
là,
bon,
on
c'est bon.
revient, on met 7.
6-5. It's not a bad defensive side just yet. They can still come out of this 2 rounds to the good.
7. Oh, we
Navi
get double up.
certainly built up that
There
confidence.
must be a
4 out of the
backup gun
last 5.
somewhere.
Like you said, it was Beaz's round that got it on the board. Showstopper, we've been waiting for it from the tank. He had a very impressive one earlier on. And I think incorrectly. I thought he was about to blast pack down the ramp and go straight into Sagetsu, but it's a much more tempered play. Going off the flash and the swing, they'll keep Showstopper for late round.
So double flash
Swap of
committed, so they at
guns
least know there's a breach
initially.
and
Beaz
Yoru
was the one with
close.
the
But every
judge,
time they've been taking close over towards here and the Yoru's been here,
back to the tank. Again, you
they've
can't
been trying to
expect
set up
them to do
one,
something
but probably having
aggressive.
PTSD
But
from the
when you have-
pistol
I was
round,
gonna
there's
say,
2 here.
if
Oh
for
my
a
goodness,
retake,
okay. We're
potentially
getting
use
info.
these ultimates, but no,
Bit of TP
Takas
back
wants
towards
some
screens that he
He's
can
gonna
just fall
squad
back
out
on.
2 players. That's also Angel with the spike. He's going to have to retreat all the way back into mid. I assume he's going to teleport away, because otherwise...
Yeah, I
it's a
like this
nutcase.
though. He
But does.
stuck it and then he
completes his
TP'd,
ultimate
so they have to at
first, and that's
least
the
be scared of
important
it.
thing. That sound cue is heard by the whole team,
Yeah.
or most of them at least. Navi very
Minimum
cautious
all.
as they rotate back from middle. Meanwhile, Takas is just back over on A, holding his control, having caused paranoia to his opponents.
Got a backup
The
gun.
minima is disgusting, and I wish I didn't have to see it.
30 seconds
Showstopper,
left.
the tank.
Does he
needs to
check
clear his
close
corner.
right?
It's going to be a tough one. Blast back used. And he's seen him, but Angel landed the
I
shot
mean,
so
he
quickly.
kind of did.
Had 20 seconds left, though. 2 players still within this site. Looking to try and hold
Cadavra
the
no
line.
Omen flash.
Cadavra at the back.
Good luck.
His teammate already gone. They check him though.
Dude, they
and
got
every single
6.
fight goes the way of
An
Navi.
incredible recovery.
Takas, well, whether he had his ult or not right now. A 1 versus 5. We've seen Navi let round slip, but this would have to be the worst of them. And Andaluthia flawless. That said, if after that pause they won every single round except a hero play, and what a resurgence from this side. The
5-1,
second time they've done this in
5-1
this
to 6-6.
series.
That's a very impressive shot by Angel. A split second later, and he's going to be taken down. Maybe even giving a chance for that site control.
Focus.
The Heaven player was there to support, but a good shutdown. Navi 6-6, 5 out of 6 rounds. Bayaz with the one big play. And the momentum very much rolling for this side. Now they swap over to the defensive side. We'll see mates mount their attack. And look, Natank had some really good
Navi
early
here.
rounds. He was popping off.
They might have a they might have a little bit of a rough time because of the I mean double duelist normally struggles if there is no Cypher, but it's still not a bad comp. Fade might Angel might have to do a lot. Just info.
Navi, they've had struggles even in their victories when it comes to the defensive side, so it's going to have to be a new look today.
Oh no.
And after throwing in the tank early, they're now moving back towards middle.
Stuck around.
For Sugetsu, as his control
Stuck around
will be
and
lost.
found out. Reaction to losing over towards here, they push over towards B main.
And this guy, he trusts in his teammates.
And look
Straight
at
in,
the
jumping
minimap.
with the
Full
right
person
foot.
rotate.
They've gone
All they have to
completely
do
the
is
wrong
a
way.
smoke, a flash,
Hook,
and
line,
then
and
now
sinker all the way to the other
got a
side of
free
the
A
map.
site.
That A site's now completely open.
Yeah, it's the smoke put down up in
Omen
heaven.
flash
The fact they already have
maybe-
control over
I mean, it's
Garage,
not
I'm surprised
wasted
they
'cause they
commit
could be
so
a-
heavily to the rotate. It's locked them out of A. And they're going for it. Right here and now. No support. Surrounded. Look at the map. Red all around these Navi players. Angel is dead in the open. Zipman hadn't gone with him. Rotations as the rest of the team
It's
quickly wants to
really
get
weird,
back
man.
over
These
here.
two just
Because the fight
absolutely
had already
centered.
begun without them. And now they're staggered.
Looking like it
Xiao's
was
taking
on
a while to
Sunset,
get.
where
Here's
it's
smoke up
just
top. He'll try to,
everyone
smoke
trying to
down
do their
below,
own
in fact.
individual thing for
Escape
Navi
crash
on
beside him.
defense.
He's being watched. Whalers has got him on lockdown, and Zipan's just attempting an impossible clutch. The cam spotted him. There's players all around. They literally have him boxed in.
A bit of a
One player
nightmare. 4-2 for
every
pistols,
direction.
2-0
7
on the
to
last
6.
map.
Gentlemates.
Gentlemen.
I mean, it's a good pistol round, but you can't help but think Navi made a couple of mistakes before the retake even started.
Yeah, it looked like they wanted to just try and catch them by surprise, but again, it's just a little disjointed. Like, Angel's in alone, trying to put the world on his back, and then every other player is just in an individual fight. Like, nobody even close. I think Ardis was caught rotating. Zipan
They're allowed
goes
double
in later.
death. Navi
Xiao
did the
again,
same thing where they
it's
get a
just
couple of
over by the
sheriffs
fence.
into it.
It's 1v1s
Double
that
sheriffs,
for mates are
1 armor.
easy to take.
Yeah, I wonder if a lot of that comes down to just a misread on timing. Like, when were the other players spotted and where were they seen? You're thinking that they're not up in heaven yet, that you've got a few extra seconds to catch the site players off guard and maybe take a 2 versus 2. Zipan didn't go with him, so a 1 versus 2. Sometimes you have those ideas, but that read has cost them greatly. That misread. 7 to 6. Pistols across the board for Navi. 2 sheriffs in place. Zipan and Angel, the ones you want to look at. And even without being seen, Sugetsu's the first to fall straight through the wall.
He's done a little bit of damage. Well,
Spike down A.
Bayer's now lost. His supportive element has been superb. Xiao, I was going to say not long for this wall, but somehow he's made it work. Angel, timing here is not bad. That player's already low, but he doesn't manage to connect
Do
the
they
shots.
expect a second?
And Ardis is going to try and
No.
do the same. First goes his way. Again, they're already making
And
this
he
round
hears him.
incredibly
That's a free
costly.
gun.
And that's going to be
This is doable
gun
for
now into
Ardis.
his hands. Still full HP. Cadavra has yet to retrieve anything, so if Ardis doesn't manage to win this round, he might just deliver him a gun.
Yeah, well, 3 players invested pretty heavily, and we're already guaranteeing
30 seconds left.
that
Spike planted.
Kata's not going to have anything to fight with in his position, but like you said, it could be that weapon gifted over. He's been spotted, he's been heard, certainly reloading. Ardis is just waiting for that repeat, but the smoke will eventually fade, and that's when Ardis is in a lot of trouble up on top of this box. Takas is just waiting for that moment. There's the spot, there's the swing. Great read
Oh my
by
God.
Ardis, and he almost gets Takas. 28 HP, a stun, a flash,
Oh, it's a nice
everything
play
to work
from
with.
Takas,
The
though.
aftershock
You
too.
expect him to
Ardis
go over
starts
towards
it,
B main. He
tapping
went
it.
for the
No,
drop
sticking
sound
it to
and
halfway.
then
Takas doesn't fall
swings
for the bait,
out.
not just yet.
Takes the
Here's
timing on the
tap, has
corner.
to swing,
Boy,
and just
very
in
nice.
time.
Yeah, because it's the
As
plant
Ardis
over towards
went
B
back
main.
to tap
Pressure is there
again
anyway. Most
to
people would
bait
fall
him
back
in.
and just play the
It's
time.
all too successful.
Here's the sound.
It's
Goes
not the
close.
worst read in the world,
And
but
Just doesn't expect him there.
It's going to be the round going mates, but the cost is catastrophic. Like
Good nice try from Artis.
Okay, do we now just invest down and try and win this round? And well, from what I'm seeing on the board, that is what they're doing. They're going to throw everything into this. Okay, sure, there'll still be a few players that can purchase because they had a couple of pistols and they also have one gun saved, but it definitely puts themselves in a tougher spot if they lose. And by the looks of it, they're going to take that extra time to actually talk through their decisions for this round. For Navi, of course, it's now going to be a bye.
I mean, it was decent damage. Ooh, I'm not sure they need to do this, but they have been doing this before, where they buy into their bonus instead of taking like a freebie round.
A lot of these rounds have come very close.
So,
Down to the wire.
yeah, they kind of all in for a little bit for this. It's a big swing round. Whoever loses this now has to eco to be able to buy.
The read was perfect too.
The NA buy, yeah, you know how much I hate it.
Once your buddy takes a fight, his teammate's going to be swinging to try and trade him out, to try and fight with him. Adjust perfectly. It's not enough to get it across the line. Defensive side, I mean, there's a lot to work with for Navi. I like their composition. I'm not a huge fan of Yoru defense other than for rotates that mates had to work with. The tank was able to find massive value, but this is where I expect the same thing to be said.
So the thing that this comp normally relies on is the overwhelm over towards B. And I think this might be like fake pressure over towards A, take the TP back a site, roof flash, EXX, but we'll see.
Mates like to do.
Mates at least have aggro over towards B nice and early.
To try and, well, fake out their opponent. They're going to try and bait them into thinking that there's more players than they are.
Yeah, and they're going to go into the B here.
It's going to be a full
Yeah,
face into the
TP
other
goes
side of
in.
the
We're going to see the Yoru flash. It's exactly like we thought. Navi should know this is like their main
As that
strat.
solo defender, this map where he plays that controller, he plays that anchor.
Flash
on the
goes
defensive
in,
side.
takes the
For
TP
now,
back
at
a
least, he's
site.
going to have to back out of there.
Zipan was already wise to this though. The early information
There's a
on A, not
lot of
seeing anything
people
followed up,
heaven,
he's
man.
rotated. A lot of players from Navi are ready for the
Nicely
fight.
done.
And Xiao most
Yeah, this was good from
certainly is one of
Navi.
them.
Good reaction on this. And yeah, pretty much as soon as they hear the flash over towards it, it's straight up left side.
They get a chance to fight together. Bea's already out of flashes. In fact, everybody is. Nothing to initiate these duels. Instead, it has to be raw aim fights, and I don't want to see Xiao go crazy. Shot from Sagetsu. Both players spotted on the back,
Clean.
tagged up low, and now Xiao
Real clean. We got an armory buy. Artis might not even.
Flawless from the side of Navi, and that's one
Hopefully
way
he
to
doesn't,
get
to
back
be
on the
honest.
horse.
Yeah, I think the biggest worry as well is you lose 4 players in the last
Yeah,
round.
and maybe
You
just a
played
little
this
bit
as
too
your
obvious,
risk.
to
You
be
throw
honest.
all of your weaponry
But I
in
understand
as
it.
the
It is
attack
like the
side,
best rounds
because
that
players
most
won't be able to
teams
buy properly
lean
in the
on
next round,
with this comp.
And then you don't even get a kill. Like, you don't even make it costly for the side of Navi, so that's a huge victory for them.
Yeah, it didn't look
And yeah, a
like
lot of it just came
they
down
knew
to
exactly
the
what to do once they had all
patience
this map
of
control.
And that's the
So
thing.
they go like all the site
we hyped them
basically,
up throughout
and
the
then they
series,
didn't
didn't have
really
the
know what
best
to do, and
descent.
they just walked into crosshairs.
But he'll always have his moments, and that was definitely a big
Because
one.
they decided to do
you
the
can
NA
see
buy,
and witness right now what
got
it's
an
done.
eco, one hero gun.
It's pistols and a rifle. Means they're going to win the round.
Xiao's being challenged. Oh, you're right, doesn't it? Doesn't it just?
It's a hero rifle.
There was a time where a hero sheriff was enough.
Yep.
This is the map for it, but not the players. It's okay. But for Navi, 1 round behind, but now, oh, that cage almost worked perfectly for Angel. He's not blinded up. He's ready to stay and fight.
Yeah, it's the attack side cage.
They've seized as well. They have the information. The nade as well. Super low for Whalers. Great utility from Angel. The C's catching him is pretty much a death sentence as
What is the
stands.
NA buy?
But we saw this
Just
before.
when you
Navi
normally have a
saw little
bonus
bit of
round,
aggression
so you've
on
had
A.
like a couple of
I think
deaths,
there
like
might even
those
have
two
been
buy
cages
up,
popped,
and
and
then
immediately the read was
basically
there.
you just,
Zipan ran
instead of
through
having the
side. This
bonus
was
round, you
last
just
round.
full buy.
Now they take an early fight. They see the Cypher. That's the lure.
I think with the
Nobody
way
else
the
there. Prowler
economy
goes
works,
through.
I don't
Nobody
agree
there.
with it,
The
but
call from Navi is to stack
some
up
teams
B
like to
side.
do it.
Of course it is, because aim was wide open, but mates have filled back in the space again. They've done a good job to at least put themselves in a workable position, but because of the advantages, there's still 2 players waiting for them.
30
I
seconds
think
left.
initially they did pull pretty much everyone over.
Yeah.
There was enough of a response. So Getsu's got to be careful here.
Yeah, they picked the right site.
Not going to
but
last too much longer. The stun's
great-
good, though. That
yeah,
will
it's a
slow them
great
little bit
stun
more, and
from
they have
Artis.
no time. 12 seconds left on the clock. Nice shot, at least. They've already spotted the player up in heaven, weighted by Angel, and now just looking to mow them all down.
Hey, very
Can
nicely
that
done
will
from
at least
Navi. They'll
remove
take
him
this as well.
from the
3 people
scenario, but
surviving.
3
The
players
3 don't
survive
have to rebuy
for
armor.
Navi.
Money's good.
Scoreline equalized. And again, a win for Navi sends mates out, sends them to playoffs, and that is it. We have everyone locked in. Nothing else matters. Both Liquid and mates themselves, well, they're preying on Navi's downfall.
10 seconds left.
Kata made a good attempt at it, trading out the site player, but in the end, he's left in the shadow of the tree. 8-8, Navi. Now looking to
we
take
got a lot
that
of mine.
lead
Look at
back,
these
but
two.
there's gonna be
Look at these
heavy
3 even.
resistance. Rifles.
They
in
ground
play.
for
The
dunce, mates.
attackers showstopper. I think it's right away. Blast pack already down. Here he goes. An attack straight into the site, and he's got a player, a potential victim.
What
Close.
the?
The rocket hasn't caught
Okay,
him,
sure.
but the bullets have. Angels down, and Sagetsu's not sticking around for too much more after his first, bailing back to play with his team, finding the 4 versus 4 in the back of his kill.
Kadavra really going for this? Bro has an Omen flash and he's going for a lark.
He's going to try and get in behind them. He needs his team to basically just slow them down. If they can buy enough time, this flank will be valuable, but if they go down too quickly, it could be
Speaking of Omen flashes,
straight into
Aldous did his and no one took any space.
Man in, and well, he's the first man down as well. Takas with a double. Now Kadavra's flank is all but perfect, and it leaves just Ardis.
there's the Omen flash.
Last man standing to face off against 3.
Yeah, I hated this from
Stuns
Navi as
even
well.
Further, and there's Kadavra again. A beautifully played after plan. And well done to Takas and Kadavra.
Artis was left alone. I think he even caught with his rune dagger in hand as that round falls to runes for the Navi side, but their economy still looking pretty healthy. They'll be able to invest into it. And on the side of Gentlemates, they come in, showstopper to entry, pushes the team way back. You can't hold your standard default holds. Once
Yeah,
that
it was
ult is
weird
activated,
because it just
won't be
wasn't
the same
organized.
in this
It was like
round.
Omen flash went over towards here. They waited enough
the
time for it to go off, and then they're
Nightfall,
running out with a
everything
flash in
else
hand. But like normally you could
just
Omen
around
flash
the
this
corner.
and flash close.
Straight away. Dimensional drift.
Oh,
Nightfall used
looking like what we saw over
immediately.
towards
It is gonna
sunset.
get
Still
lot
a
of
bit of a thing
information,
where
but
these
the same's
retakes
gonna be
just
there for
are
either
not
side.
together.
And actually, even with the decay, they're opting to try and push around this. Takas has actually stuck the ult as well, so he's
What
still
a
gonna
weird
be there
round
above.
right now.
Nade being utilized to try and claim that spot in heaven, but they're yet to find any of the Navi players.
That gate crash, it's faked out towards the screens. They drop in.
Oh my god.
Find Takas, Zipan activates the showstopper and is hot on their heels. The
No
shot
way, it
doesn't
did no
land.
damage.
The nade thrown up, and it
Oh,
costs him his
boy.
life. Kata quickly fires back and puts this in a very winnable
Yeah,
position.
he
for
just got-
Gentlemates. The
he
tank
just
is
got
low. He's
round
the first
the
point of
corner.
contact. Artis has them lined up, but he only gets
Oh,
the
there's a
first.
close
And it was a bullet
lineup
to the
as
body.
well.
No
Bro,
connections to the
this
head
round
afterwards. It
fell
could have fallen
apart for
apart, but
Navi.
instead,
Though 2 people that
IGL
can't
and
buy
Angel
might be worth
left to
Angel
clutch
saving
this out
this.
for Navi. Double digits around the corner for Gentlemates. And remember,
Planted.
a victory in this series, it doesn't lock mates in, but it locks Navi out.
Where are you?
They'll live to fight another day. But
4.
Angel started this off well.
Bring them down.
First kill goes his way.
No charges. Bring them down.
Shots will help. He now knows where one of them is, but he has no idea that Bears is in this corner. The bullets
Hold up.
will give it away, though. That's now all the information he could ever possibly need. Needs to
Oh,
land the shot, but
it's
he
honestly
won't.
unlucky.
Kadavra,
Hey,
too
isolated them
good
both.
right now, as they will hit double digits.
2 people
Troublesome
can't buy.
for Navi.
Low buy coming in from Navi.
They had their opportunities in this round of 4 versus 4, but it was maybe a little overzealous. Whalers in the back lines, and just a solid response again from Kadavra, top of the board when it comes to
We
this
can
map.
do punish with stun from side. We don't have Cypher, bro.
Uh-oh.
Well, I hope no one was calling for traps there.
Was he talking
Cam
about
over
wanting
here?
to do some kind of...
Bro, why is there no trips?
How they're getting
Oh,
behind
that's
us.
not good.
Yeah, no, I mean, this has to be a rough position for Navi. They break their loss streak.
That is
on
not
their
a good
opponent's
sign.
Map pick. They take the map. They go to Ascend. They're what, 5-1 up there, 6-3. Things are looking good.
Dude's trying to
From
make some kind of
6-3
plan
on Ascend,
around
you
the
can see it in the
Cypher.
top. They got 2 rounds. They were shut out. A win streak. Here, they reclaim. At least get to neck and neck. Take the lead out of mates' hands. Put it up for contention. And it just starts to put distance between them and that victory yet again. For them as well, you know, mates.
Okay,
fighting
and
for
they
a
decide
chance
to
for playoff,
squeeze out a
Navi
buy,
fighting
and
for
oh my
playoffs.
god,
Those
are they
opportunities
squeezing
are
out a
slipping
buy
away
and they
from
sacrifice
just
the
a
Omen
few
flash?
buy rounds that
Tell
go
me they don't
badly
go towards
between
B and
them
need an
and
Omen
being
flash.
locked out.
It's a
Their
big bit of
season,
util to be
granted,
missing.
hasn't been great so far. In fact, it couldn't really be worse. The lifeline
Well,
ball
light
by their
armors.
stage 1
It's
performance
a
will amount
it's a
to
hell of an
nothing.
all-in.
2
It
rounds
really is a
between
hell of
them,
an all-in
that
from
could
Navi right
extend
here.
to a much greater deficit
Lose
here.
this, go to
Mates,
Eco,
full
12-8.
rifles, rolling thunder for Artis from the shadows from Shao, but I'm not sure the impact past rotations that will have.
to a point, this almost seems like a last-ditch effort. Weaponry, not ideal, but a Rolling Thunder, Viper's Pit not far away, and the ults on the other side not particularly close.
Well, it looks like then.
I'd say it's an
Okay.
advantage, and definitely not now.
Dude, they can't.
Angel
They
with a
can't
bit of
give them
pressure
sight
point.
because you gotta have the Omen
Someone
flash.
that mates have been happy to isolate.
Kinda gotta
put
fight
pressure on.
sight.
This time he does have support.
Okay.
Well, Zipan should be able to get the information with the bar, but they're going
It's
to
been
try
pretty
and
nice
just
though.
run straight
Sugetsu
off
just
of it.
did a
The
little
nade,
jump peek over
solid.
towards middle, saw nothing mid.
Doesn't do as much damage as maybe hoped.
Or as much damage as I thought. Zipan has a chance though to follow up with a bit more. Takes down the tank, but Takas now in a rough spot. He can cause a lot of problems for this squad. Artis is keeping it boxed in. Sugetsu's lost his life. Artis straight on it, but he can't catch them in time.
Cool to
Mates
go over
slipping
towards B.
through
Doesn't
Navi's
have an
grasp
Omen
and
flash. Let's see
moving
what
to
he
the
can
other side
do.
of the map.
As
We've
HP,
talked about the
Bulldog.
Xiao show, and we've even seen a couple of highlights. The pilot
He's got a
earlier
hit
on.
too. Oh, they go back.
He's not going to get the chance. Yeah.
Oh, they.
In fact, the steps
Oh
are
my
hurting.
God, they
Rolling
baited
Thunder's
out
even
the
baited out
breach.
by
Oh.
one man. That's just Beaz caught by
They
it.
baited
While
out the
rest of
breach,
squad
and
goes
Angel's
back.
got 7
The
HP on
show
sight.
seemed unlikely,
10
but with
seconds.
7 health, Angel, he can
Wait, there's no one to
deny
pick up the
his
spike
plan,
if this guy
perhaps.
dies.
In fact, with that TP,
Oh,
they've seen
no.
him. That could have been it. The
Oh,
Hail Mary
no.
play for Navi is denied. It
Fell
falls
apart
flat,
so
and
bad.
Mates,
Oh,
11
what a
to
call
8.
from Genomates though.
So Xiao
They
down the
annihilated
river.
him.
It was all just a
That
ruse
fake
to
over
try
towards
and
B,
get
one
that plant
person.
denial, and
It was so good. All
they
you have to
must
do
have
is
just
footsteps
seen
over
a
towards heaven.
pixel of the player. The gall of Takas to stick that TP. It's just the faith that they have.
I
in
did.
each
Did he
other.
see the guy's gun barrel back to
It's
sight?
just that
Oh, he
final
saw him.
moment. He goes a little
Saw him
bit
back
too
to
far.
sight.
Could have ended the round off time. But
Yeah, I
instead,
mean, honestly, you did
another
completely
savior
outbrain
steps
him.
up for Gentlemates. 2 rounds now from them sending Navi out. Closing their stage 2 with a victory and closing Navi's with none.
They might have found their map, but yeah, the series victory
Double
still
hero gun.
evading them. 5 series in a row now, 4 this stage. I like the stun TP combo. Takas in a good position, deep flash. Oops. A little too shallow, I suppose, on the bounce back.
So good.
With the control taken, nonetheless, the pressure applied to NAVI. They don't respond with aggression on any side of the map. Sitting back, it makes it harder for mates to catch because they are spreading the net. It's always Kadavra and Whalers. Regardless of what map it is, these guys are sent out to catch over aggression to punish these players on the opposite side. But there's no opportunities here, so they group up, and the death ball will run in once more.
Yeah.
Well, nice start for Angel.
Catch that.
Sees.
Oops.
Well, that's not going to catch anybody. Still got a couple of players towards the back of this site. 35
No,
seconds,
Xiao.
but Xiao's caught in the open. Angel's decision to try and go forward. The thing is, the
30
TP has been spotted. It's awkward, and he eventually gets the job done. Sugetsu's found
Hold
another.
up.
It's another scenario where Navi have nothing in the round, but somehow it seems to be working
Beaz
out for
gets
them.
a plant, he
Nade is
gets
gonna
his
delay
ult.
a little longer. Whalers is trying to defend, but he just can't do
Whoa.
it, and I don't know how. But
Shout out to
Navi
Angel here,
won
though.
another
Angel did
round.
all of
A
this.
pace safeguard thrifty. I feel like they should just play with low buys at this point.
They might have thrown the next round already, Tom, because they picked up all the weapons. They should have just carried through the pistols. Their thrifty rounds have been unbelievable. This opening pick is good. This,
30 seconds.
there was no, there was zero
Yeah,
need to
why-
show that siege.
why have they
Just
shown
want
that?
to put that on record. Zero need.
Yeah, nice.
But
Oh,
at
really
least
nice
by-
shot. That
look,
first
if
shot
they
is.
lost the round the siege was in there, I think it'd sting a little
beautiful.
bit more.
Um,
2-round gap, winnable for Navi yet again. That could have been the round that put one more
A
nail
lot
in
of
the coffin.
belief. They got so
Wedged
much
it
money
shut,
now.
but now
They picked up 3 guns
they've
at the
still
end.
got life in them.
It's just whether that can be replicated. It's like the second a round shouldn't be possible, it immediately becomes up to them to prove us wrong. Sugetsu was impressive with the Guardian in the last round, checking to see that he hasn't been baited, but
Can you imagine?
isn't the case. A much more passive stance.
Xiao might have
Seems
owned
like it's
this.
going to be a blitz in.
Does
towards this
the
B side
tank
with
check
Xiao
with his
under
double
pressure.
satchels?
But he hasn't played here before. It is spotted.
Oh, he messed up
on the
his
way
satchels,
out.
by the way.
He can easily
Yeah, they know this
reposition,
guy's back of sight.
avoiding
Nice
the
shot
TP
as
that
well.
are coming from Takas, who's now on the back of the site, causing problems, deleting
Oh,
Angel.
it's a good
Beaz
flash.
fights his way forward.
Do they want to use
Considers
ult? Keep an eye
putting
on
in
the
the
guy
Rolling Thunder.
top heaven
Climb
right now.
Still be seen,
Oh.
but it all comes down
Wow,
Sugetsu.
Sugetsu. Holy.
Nice shot by Sugetsu. 31 HP, but he's still going. Artist to back
Whoa.
him up. There's the shot from Takas. One more needed, but Artist steps in to save the day. 11 to 10.
Still in it,
Just
man.
one round
Sugetsu's
in it. NAVI aren't giving
Sugetsu's
up
keeping
hope
him
just
alive.
yet.
Sugetsu, for the love of God, play a Guardian.
Every
Like,
round.
for
Yeah,
the love
every-
of
yeah,
God,
he
playing
is.
the rifle.
He is just
The
tapping
second
them.
he has one bullet to hit the shot, he hits the damn shot. That's 6 kills in the last 2 rounds. He's at the top of the board right now. And well, again,
I mean, that was a
it's
nice shot, though.
mass advantage initially.
That's a saving
2
kill.
immediate kills back. Takas able to help out massively with that. But then it's his Guardian. It's just so clean with it.
You know, after this, I can see the off-season Navi
now
better
what?
be
Oh my God.
keeping their deep
Okay.
pockets because I think Scream's going to be coming in, cigar in his mouth, saying, "I'm putting a team together."
Isolated
I
one
think
over
you're the
towards
man.
heaven. I mean, they can just overwhelm this guy.
Falling for it. Oh, and he's got
Okay.
Takas.
Wait, they're nervous, man. Look at how they played this. This was really bad from Gentlemen. Yeah, they need to relax a little bit. Oh my God, that was dreadful. They've isolated one over towards heaven. He takes his ult, but no one else is doing anything over towards here. And then the guy ran over towards sight instead of overwhelming the guy heaven.
Because after 3-round streak in the game looking done, Navi, again, it seems like they have endless pockets.
Yeah, you guys need
dig
to
deep
relax
into
a little
to find
bit.
Something around. I have no idea how this set play didn't work to catch out Zipan. He survived far too long. Even holds
He even
on for
got an extra kill.
at the end, and that,
Okay.
right.
Shower Natty, how we doing, man? Thank you, thank you.
Gentlemates.
Oh, they're getting palmed up as well. They're believing.
We had a different word yesterday, we got a new one today. We're
Appreciate
getting
the
swears in
4
every
months shower.
language.
Thank you for everything as well, man.
But here we go, 11-11.
A lot of bits, a lot of gifted from me.
Gentlemates are going to slow this down. They were firmly in the driver's seat. I'm going to be
Yeah,
honest.
I mean, they
I
need this
didn't
timeout.
believe.
I'm just
And
worried
honestly,
it's
I'm
too
starting
late.
to wonder at this point if that's what Navi needs. The second you don't believe in
doubt them.
the second they're dead and buried. Hey, they come into, have they lost 10 maps in a row? They're probably not going to win this
Yeah,
one. All right, they
win the
win.
map.
Oh, they won that one quite
They're
dumbly.
probably back.
They'll probably win the next one. Oh, now they suck again. And then it's
But
like,
this game's over. Look at the lead mates have. And Navi right back into it.
it makes no sense.
Do you want to know the good thing, though? I guess if you're a Navi fan, here's
A lot
another
of
reason to doubt
ults.
them. Maybe give them that little
11-11.
push
There's a
across the
world
line.
where they use the
On this
big
map so
ults into
far,
the eco and
nobody has put
completely mess
together
this
3
one up.
rounds, more than 3 rounds in a row.
See if they
3's
can
the
get a
limit,
kill
and then
before
it's
they use
reset.
this. Like,
And
you could
opponents are
definitely
picking it
get
up.
try get a
Navi
pick,
might be about to
use the
break it.
side
What a
for ult,
time
get the
it would
full
be
info,
to
make sure you have
reset the
perfect
trend that we've
ults.
seen
It'd be
over these last
relatively,
22.
The trend of low buys winning rounds.
don't want to say easy, but doable.
And guess what,
I'm
mates?
ready
Zipan
for
gets
it.
an
Yeah,
orb or a
ready
kill,
for
he
it.
gets his ult.
Guardians in
Shower
play.
Natty,
I think
thank you
they've been
for the
most successful
double
weapon so
gifted.
far.
Appreciate you doing that. Chatty know what to
too.
do. Get some oiler.
Already
Slug
looking to
spam
try and just
going.
get that information, but it's
Okay,
a ruse.
so
Again, they're trying
they
to
create
sell
pressure over
this
towards
fake,
B.
and they have made an
Insta
opening.
TP to
Think,
group over
this
towards
was
A,
jump
and
screen.
we have
He's
left
moved
A
away.
fully.
He's moved
That
away, and
has
now the
worked
snaps are gonna
well.
be heard going into
Full
the site.
retake, and they have
Those
good
ults are going to be
ults.
even more impactful in the post plant. The stuns
Surely
not
they
bad.
don't get wrecked by the same pause as earlier.
Try and face this one. Does he clear the close angle? He knows the Whalers is there, but the spam can't quite clear him. He'll live to fight at least a little longer.
He might have taken a few of his fingers off, but he'll be
Yeah,
alive
he
for the
needs to
late
stay
round.
alive. Bayaz needs
Navi
to get involved because he has his ult and he could literally just ult the top of sight once they send it in.
Up for by the ults, but the tank taken down in split seconds. This is falling apart for mates. They seem to have a good position to play from. Some good facets to it, but there's no
It's
way
just
to
not a
deny
good bump
this.
from-
There's no stopping the defuse. No
Yeah,
stopping what's
Navi just
already started.
fast
Navi,
flood over
the
towards sight and they
comeback
just
is
were
on.
out of position.
The
2
3-round
people over
streaks
towards
being
main
the
and 2 of them,
maximum, no
one of them
longer
had the breach ult.
12-11. Map and series point for a team that was looking down and out just a few rounds
No
ago.
way, we're here.
I'd love to get the stats on how many showstoppers have been popped where Angel
Yeah,
has
man, he got
insta-killed the
melted with the
tank.
Raze ult.
Like even in the one where he got 2 kills, Angel killed him before he got those 2 kills. I think that might be 3 for 3 on showstoppers he's popped where Angel has killed him. The blood is pumping for Navi.
Yeah, they're
there's
actually,
no
like,
doubt about it.
pumped
That's
up for once.
Most emotion I've seen from this team all
Oh,
stage.
yeah, I agree.
And now it comes down to the last lifeline for mates. They had this dead and buried. Navi.
Bro, look at the ults. They can't mess
already
this up. Oh my god, they
stepping
insta
onto
ult.
the flight
They can
home
mess it
again.
up.
We've seen that
Take it all back.
used immediately. Sugetsu under pressure, but he still wins the fight. He's not going to get the second
Oh,
one.
but
though.
they got
They'll
double ult
level
over
things
towards
up,
A and they
they'll
didn't get
the
anything
info.
from it.
And well, the info is the shout's very deep in B main.
Said it about NAVI.
Yeah, and with the Cypher ult, they say this guy's on his own. And look at this lock over towards A. They're playing the map pretty well, but do they have any idea about the moves that Angel's pulling? She's going to take a 1v1 with Spike here.
His shots have been perfect time and time again, and now a stun prime by Bayas.
And that should
There's
be,
no control in heaven, but they thought it was clear. NAVI have gotten away with it, and now the advantage extended further.
No way.
The last man, and NAVI facing tournament death, and death becomes their blade.
Holy, what a stacked game this was. Okay, NAVI through to playoffs. Just did it the hardest way possible.
Hope ignited, gorgeous work.
In most NAVI
Oh man, that's a devastating one for
They
Gentlemates.
lose the series to go out for Masters. They lose